Hey, I'm Billy, and this is how I practice spirituality.
It's interesting.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Hi, I'm Ethan, and this is how I practice spirituality.
Hey, I'm Dunbar, and this is how I practice my spirituality.
I just wanted to ask, what was your view on spirituality?
Well, my view on spirituality is the connection with God, with your spirit.
Thank you. Billy, can I ask what your view on spirituality is?
I pray a lot. So, Mr. Donovan, what's your definition on spirituality?
Well, I suppose to me, spirituality is mainly about relationships, and in that sense, I believe it's something that we do and practice every day, particularly as Catholics. It's part of our religion, but it's part of everyday practice, and that's what's important to me. I mean, as an individual, I might practice something like meditation or yoga, or take myself off to the Australian bush, for example, and lose myself in that. That gives me certainly a deep inner peace, but that's not strictly spirituality. Spirituality is something more significant between people.
So do you often practice yoga or let yourself out in the bush?
I'll be honest with you, I don't practice it as much as I should. When I do, I feel it does me a lot of good, and particularly going into the Australian bush, the Blue Mountains particularly, I love it.
Yeah, it's fresh air there. That's good. Today we're interviewing Mr. Fisher. Mr. Fisher, what's your definition on spirituality?
I feel spirituality is someone's search for the divine, search for the supernatural, the creator.
So how would you practice that?
How do I practice spirituality? I'm a practicing Catholic, so going to Mass is a big way of how I practice my spirituality.
Yes.
Celebrating the Eucharist, because that's what my spirituality is. I believe Jesus of Nazareth was Jesus Christ, so in worshipping Him and worshipping God the Father and also God the Holy Spirit and our triune God, every week at Mass goes a long way towards me expressing my spirituality and acknowledging my spirituality as well, and accepting my spirituality. I feel spirituality sort of in society has there's not enough masculinity to spirituality in society. Yeah, or not that there isn't enough, but I don't think it's viewed or it's seen as masculine as in society. So
Very feminine.
yeah, so well, not feminine, but it's just the masculine side of it isn't sort of approached or talked about. And I think so. Some people don't think that they can relate to an open style of spirituality or expressing their spirituality. So I think that's something that needs to be looked at.
We'll have a look at that later. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
What's your view on spirituality?
Well, I guess I believe spirituality is just a way that you carry yourself. You really need a connection with the higher power, and I believe that through spirituality. If you keep your connection with that higher power, then personally for me, I find that life just rolls on a lot easier. I mean, I've personally lost God at points, but I found that time in my life to be very difficult, and as soon as my spirituality came back to me, I felt that my life progressed quite well. So, yeah.
Thank you. Courtney, what's your view on spirituality?
What?
What's your view on spirituality?
What?
What is your view on spirituality?
I don't have one.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, God. What's your definition of spirituality?
No.
How do you put that into practice?
I pray to God.
That's some your nose. It's for the religion assignment. You just need to say what's your definition of spirituality.
I don't know. Not today.
Yes, stop lying. We all know you do.
No way.
Guys, I want to be on camera, you there.
Dad.
You're going to get stuck on it. I want to see what you've done by the end of it.
Right.
Yeah?
Leroy, can I ask you what your definition on spirituality is?
Sure. I think spirituality for everybody is defining who you are as a person. And so when you define who you are as a person, it gives you a sense of purpose in life. So it doesn't actually have to be about religion. Some people choose religion as their spirituality. So they believe in a God and they believe in what they tell them to do and they act it out. So that's what I believe in spirituality.
Stop. Stop. Stop.